So, what was this about you watching some movie about cats?
Oh, let me spin you the yarn. So
Go
Lundy might have to, because I know you're a stage fag, Lundy, right?
Yeah.
Lundy might have to,
seen
like-
cats. I've seen cats.
Okay.
I won't say I remember the names.
So Lundy can
because
correct me.
There's like 5 billion of them, but
Oh. And they're all dumb. They're all like Dumbagaba Needadon. Floozaboozle.
Damn. Matt trying to start
And
World
then
War
just
III
like
here.
Mr. like Daniel Feet. There's some of the dumbest fucking names. That's how the movie actually starts.
because the cat
there's this whole
names,
big
their
song.
names, their names given to them by their owners. Their cat names.
Yeah. So, well, no, the actual movie
Well, yeah,
starts
that
with
is
like
lots- there's
a
lots of
giant
trailers,
cab.
too, yeah.
And then the fake main character, and I call her the fake main character because she doesn't do anything that a typical protagonist would do. I don't understand. Like, is that a part of the play, Lundy? Like the because I remember her name, Victoria, the Victoria character. Is she a part of the play?
She is. Though it doesn't center around her like the fucking trailers seem to indicate as much as
She
At
is
least not in the
100%
show.
the main focus of this movie.
really, huh? Because that's not really
Yes.
the point of the show.
Also, I want to clarify this too. The reason I saw it twice is because I wanted it to be fair to this piece of shit fucking movie. And I wanted to make sure when I saw it hallucinating on shrooms that because there were some scenes in here that I was like, I made this up. This didn't happen. Spoiler alert, they happened. I didn't make anything up. Everything I thought happened in the sober version of this movie. Also, so before I get into spoilers, I just want to give my quick, like, spoiler-free review of this. In the Berserk manga, there are these creatures called apostles, which are basically demons, right? And when an apostle attacks you, it doesn't just attack your physical body, it attacks your very soul as well. That's what this movie did to me. There's a shit stain on my soul now in the shape of a fucking cat because of this fucking movie. When I die and I'm in front of fucking St. Peter, in front of the pearly gates, he's going to be like, so you saw cats, did you? And it's like, how did you know? And I'm going to have like a giant fucking shitty cat on my face like fucking Coughlin does, that fucking birthmark.
It's just gonna be constantly fucking a sign in your eyes. It's like a part of your fucking soul is dead as a result of having seen the Cats movie. When St. Peter sees you, you're gonna be missing like a foot.
Lundy, I'm not
He's
joking.
gonna be like, "Where'd that go?" Oh, right, cats.
I'm not joking. Cats, yeah. I'm not joking. This is like legitimately the worst movie I've seen in I don't know how long. It's not the most disappointing. That still goes to like Predators. Or not Predators. I actually like Predators. The Predator.
Right, the fucking like reboot.
Yeah, because, I actually had expectations for that. This I knew was just going to be a shit show going in. But it's confusing to me. This movie, I do not understand it on any level. I don't, mainly why it was made. I don't get why they spent $95 million, $30 million more than any of the solo Marvel movies. Let that one sink in. Captain America Winter Soldier was made for $30 million less than this.
Fuck. That's a lot of fucking money. Holy shit.
I know, right? Like, and it's Cats. Like, so Lundy, this is where you can correct me on this, but from my basic understanding of the history of Cats on Broadway is the reason it got big in the 80s is because Andrew Lloyd Webber, like he wanted to redefine what like a musical sounded like, so he used a lot of rock instruments and a lot of synth and shit. And
before you keep going, I just want to say I love that you call him Android Lloyd Webber. I am.
Is that not his name?
When Adolf Lloyd Webfoot came out with his blockbuster cinema Dog, my life was changed forever.
But anyways,
shit.
So
anyway,
like
continue.
the reason Cats got big is because
plot.
It appealed to like all of the tourists who went to New York. It was like, oh, like this musical. It's got some people in some dumb costumes. It's also got some music that kind of sounds like rock music. I'm down to watch this. Also, families taking their kids to
it was
parents
mostly
taking their kids to
it was kind of like Cirque du Soleil but for Broadway, you know? It was like a bizarre new way of doing performance that made everybody feel very cultured to experience.
Yeah. And the thing with Cats is like its time in the sun has long since faded.
Yeah.
Because other things have since taken its place, mainly The Lion King and Wicked.
And SpongeBob SquarePants.
Because if you're a parent and you want to take your kid to a stage play, and yeah, the SpongeBob musical, that's like really fucking popular right now. Point is, I don't know who this movie is for. It's not for fans, because fucking Rebel Wilson bites the fucking head off of children in this fucking movie. Also, there's like just a lot of weird sexual posing, which I get because dancing is basically just weird sexual posing, but the CGI makes it look fucking awful. It makes it look like some low-grade fucking deviant art fucking bullshit. So...
Well, to be fair, like Cats just in general has always been a very like weirdly sexual but not sexual show.
It's also like it's not for furries.
Right. That's
I think
what
that
I'm saying.
goes without saying.
It's weirdly sexual, but also not actually sexual. Like you watch it, you experience it, and you go, "This feels like sexual sex stuff is happening," but like it's not. That's the weird bit.
Yeah. So the start of the movie is like Victoria being kicked out of the cat, and then all of the other the Jello cats, just climbing down the walls like fucking xenomorphs, because cats love climbing down things head first.
Right.
They do it all the fucking time. Also, all of the background cats like don't actually talk; they just meow, like real meows, not like them talking like. No, not like Mr. Rogers in the cat puppet, where it's like, yeah, that's Ian McKellen. That's what Ian McKellen does throughout the whole movie. Ian McKellen, one of the greatest actors of his generation, or any generation after, is just in this movie being like, meow, meow, I'm a cat, meow, meow. I used to be an actor, meow, meow. Every time I saw Ian McKellen on screen, there's just a thought. There's a thought in the back of my head.
All of his other performances, and you're just like, "What the fuck happened?"
No, it's an even worse thought. It's like, what if this is his last movie? What if he dies before making anything else?
Does Ian McKellen have like a secret drug habit that needs to pay for? That's why he did this movie.
I mean, maybe. Well, I mean, like that would have to go for everybody in the like. Idris Elba looks so fucking sad in this movie.
Aww,
like you could tell, like from the look in his eyes, it's like I'm gonna fire my fucking agent.
You know what I think Idris Elba did? He fucked the wrong person's wife. This is punishment.
I'll be honest, if Idris Elba was my wife, I'd give him a handshake and like a $20 bill. It's like,
Is that a
You
horror
did some
piece
good
of
work.
shit?
So yeah, Ian McKellen goes meow meow, but like the other cats, the background cats, they just make real cat noises. Same with the mice children. There's mice children as well. None of them get their heads bitten off. And the cockroach children, I don't know if like they're making real cockroach noises, but you know, they're making the movie bug noise of like. So yeah, like also this movie, like I don't. They seem to be really fucking weird on their use of symbolism and metaphors, because like outside. Because that's the whole reason why, at least Tom Hooper has stated that the cats constantly change size, is because like it's metaphor. Like the cats, like it doesn't actually matter what size the cats are. Yet there's like moments in songs, like memories, like the memory. That's the one thing I do know about cats, other than like basic Wikipedia knowledge about it, is memories was in that song. I mean, in this play.
Yeah, it was a major theme.
So Jennifer Hudson singing Memories, and there's a line in it where it's like lonely leaves by my feet, and the camera literally pans down to her feet, wide shot, and there's a single fucking leaf blowing on her foot.
If that is not the summation of the problems with the film, that it didn't have a single clue what the fuck Cats was supposed to be about, so it just did all of the most superficial things that it possibly could do. Just be like, yeah, this is Cats. We got the songs. Everyone's a cat. It's so fucking great. Just have it just be straight up literal.
Also,
this is not our strong suit here in Hollywood.
And again, Lundy, this is where I'm going to need your help, because I don't know if this is how it is in the original play or not. But this is a death march of a musical. Like, it's just musical number into other musical number, into other musical number, into other music. There's like barely any connective scenes.
Now, to be fair, in the musical itself, it is mostly musical numbers, I should say. In the show, basically, like every single, like, sure, there's a bit of dialogue, but it's like very, very close to basically just being an opera. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like a major thing with Andrew Lloyd Webber in the first place, is that's how he liked to make his shows. He wanted minimal dialogue, express as much as possible just in song.
I mean, that's why he's got the hard on for Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. It's that's you can't really do that with a movie, right?
No.
So you gotta, because movies are a cinematic thing.
It gets tiring. That's why I called it a death march. It's just like, can I have one fucking moment of quiet, please? Just, I'm tired of cats just coming on and singing their dumb fucking cat name and just talking about how, like, this is my basic character. I'm the fat cat. I'm the other fat cat. I'm the magical cat. I'm the other. That's the other thing, too. Like, there's too many ripoff cats. So I started, like, getting them confused with one another.
To be fair, the indescribable, like, very small differences between the different cats is, like, another big thing about the show. Like, you're not really supposed to know too much about the differences between the cats until they actually, like, individually do songs and shit and, like, demonstrate that they have some sort of individuality. A big part of it is that the cats themselves are individuals making up a collective, and that until the individual comes forward, you can't really tell the difference between them and all the others.
See, I thought they were going to go with, like, some kind of duality thing, where it's like, oh, these are, like, it's like the same archetype, but taken from two different perspectives. But like the first one out, like the first Cat song is Rebel Wilson, who's fucking terrible in this fucking movie. I don't know if I've seen Rebel Wilson in another movie, but I instantly fucking hate her, and I'm gonna avoid every fucking movie with her in it from this point forward. She is fucking terrible. And not just because she bites the head off of a fucking child.
That's just a very visual way of demonstrating her performance in the show.
Hey Matt, guess what? Guess what she was going to be archetyped as like with her career. People were originally expecting she was going to be the female Chris Farley.
Yeah. I think I remember that because she's big because she's basically Amy Schumer 2.0. That's like literally the vibe I got from her in this movie. Is like, oh, you're just like even more annoying Amy Schumer. Gotcha. Like, good job. You're the most hateable person.
You definitely
in a movie
to surpass the unlikability of Amy Schumer. I'm impressed. Also sad.
Yeah. Also, like, good job, Rebel. Like, you're the most hateable person in a movie with fucking James Corden in it. That's a real fucking accomplishment. Also, James Corden's number's fucking awful because, like, they lampshade the whole, like, oh, dude, it's not nice to make fun of people for their fucking weight. And it's like, where was this during the Rebel Wilson song or the other 90% of this fucking song? Also, like, the magic shit's really inconsistent.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, it's almost like magical realism, but then other times it's just fucking flat out Dungeons and Dragons fucking spell slinging bullshit. Also, too, like, the McCaverty character, and this is another thing where they completely fucked up on the movie side, because on this, so McCaverty, Lundy, I'm gonna, in the stage, he still has the teleportation powers, right?
Right.
Also, I should say this, McCaverty's the only other character who I can remember the name. And I guess also Old Deuteronomy, because they say that one a bajillion fucking times.
Now, the way that works in the theater, though, is a lot different, because the way that it works in the theater is that he's able to sort of, like, quote-unquote teleport because all of the other performers are grabbing your attention while he's, like, going to different spots and then reappearing. He's very good at it. It works better on stage than it does in a movie.
In every musical number, Lundy. So here's why it gets fucked in the movie. It's not because it looks silly. It does look silly, though. It really does. But the bigger problem is every fucking song, the other cats are constantly teleported everywhere. So it really fucking makes this confusing, like, because it's a big fucking plot point towards the end, because he's fucking Thanos snapping everybody onto this fucking boat, right? So it's like, why don't the other cats just teleport away like they did when they sung their dumb songs? Why don't they just get into it? If their teleportation's only based off of musical numbers, why don't they just start a fucking musical number and teleport off the goddamn fucking boat?
It doesn't.
Also, I did not make
the sort of indication. The thing is,
so the boat stuff is also the main reason.
Something that the problem is that most of the fact that he's magic is something that's like very subtle in the show, and so like you don't get this like impression that he has like these all fucking powerful capabilities. Just that you get the impression that he's kind of an illusionist with maybe some actual like magical capabilities, but if you try to do that in the movie, the unfortunate thing is you have to make it more cinematic, which makes it look more quote unquote impressive, which then inevitably means that it seems that he's able to do more things than he was able to do in the show.
it's really awful. Also, the barge part is the main reason I wanted to see it again sober, because there's a moment where Ian McKellen is like going up against the old evil cat, and he just says nonsense. He just literally says fucking nonsense. He literally just corners it on a fucking plank like a pirate would use and just goes baga biga ba ba ba, and then he falls to his fucking death.
Oh fuck. Shit. Damn it.
Part of me really hopes Ian McKellen that day recording shit was like, I'm just going to say nonsense and see if Tom Hooper fucking tries to stop me. He won't, because I'm Ian fucking McKellen. I'm motherfucking Gandalf, bitch. Also, when I went to see it high, I actually broke one of the seats in the theater. Film,
and so I can only
because of something.
Literally just fucking like pointing at a fucking person going, "Baga-bika-baga-ba," and then the person like gets flown off of a fucking ledge or some shit. It's just like it's a fucking magic spell.
Like it's a killing one.
Expelliarmus!
Also, jumping back real quickly so the first song in the movie is them explaining the whole like cats have 3 names bullshit. I don't understand the third name because it never gets brought up.
I don't recall, honestly.
Because the first name cats get is the name that their owners give them, and then the second name is the name they choose for themselves, and then the third name is, I don't know, they're fucking maybe that's what Ian McKellen did to the other old cat. Maybe he used his true name and like killed him.
And that's what fucked him up.
Like it's some fucking Dune shit.
I have discovered your third name, and now you will die.
So, the part that made me rip the back off of the seat in front of me was when...
Wait, did you literally? Did you actually?
Yes.
Did you?
I was... So, when I saw this high...
property damage? Hell yeah.
I went into a very primal state. This movie took me places when I was tripping on mushrooms. And the part that just made me rip that fucking back of that seat off and just slam it fucking down was when Judi Dench, I shit you fucking not, at the end of the movie, she looks square at the fucking camera and is like, what did we learn today? Like, it's fucking Blue's Clues. And she literally says, number 1, cats aren't dogs.
You're right, because dogs are better. Fuck you.
Oh my god, there was a scene where I was truly fucking terrified. Like, I literally got, like, time felt like it stopped. Like, during, like, you know how people describe 9/11? Like, time just stopped. That I literally felt that. There's a moment where Victoria is about to be attacked by a dog, and I'm like, I do not want to see this. I do not want to see fucking goddamn John Goodman's face on a fucking labradoodle.
But you did, though.
No. Thankfully, they never show the dog. I will say this. That is the one good piece of fucking direction in this movie. It's Tom Hooper being like, no, we will not show the dog. Also, if you're wondering, I didn't break anything during my lucid viewing. I just was really sad because I realized, like, oh shit, I didn't make anything up. I went to see this movie for no reason a second time. This is what happens. This is what happens when I try to be fair to something. It just blows up in my fucking face.
Not all the time, Matt. Come on, not all the time. It's just in this case, and in the
true,
Superman
but like this time, it definitely did.
Actually, wait, no, in the Superman vs. Batman case, you actually warmed up to it slightly in the sense that you were just like, actually, it's not even bad, it's just nothing. At first, you were angry at it, and then you were just annoyed that it existed.
I mean, I will say this movie, with this movie, it wasn't boring. And I've said it numerous times. That's the worst thing a movie can be. This was definitively not boring. I don't really know what it was. I don't. Yeah. I'll be honest. I want nothing more than a documentary about the making of this movie. I need to know the reasons why this was made. Not the bullshit reasons. I want the fucking truth. I don't care if I have to fucking waterboard Tom Hooper. I want to know why he decided to blow all of the influence he has built in Hollywood on the fucking King's Speech and Les Mis on fucking making this piece of fucking shit.
Holy shit.
I'll be honest, like, the porn remake would probably be better because they'd be using those fucking furry suits made specifically for Yiffin. I think that's everything I have on Cats. Because, again, like, ultimately, there's not a lot here because it's just fucking song after shitty fucking song. And then memories in the fucking middle, and then more shit.
And attempting to make up for a lack of content through just sheer visuals that are also like poorly done. Like I don't know, at least from the sounds of things, anyway. Damn. What made me laugh, though?
I will say this. I didn't know the story was about a cult, though. That did surprised me a bit.
Oh yeah, the clans fighting, like they're not. It's this idea that like animals are just as superstitious as we are. Blah blah.
So they never explained this in the movie, and I doubt they probably explained this actually in the stage play either. But is the criteria to be picked for the Heavenside layer just like that you sing a song about yourself? Because that's how it comes off in the movie.
Song necessarily, but more just like learn to be honest with yourself.
Because in the movie it just comes off like, oh, if you sing a song, that's basically like your fucking nomination for being in the run-in for the Heavenside layer.
And the nominations for the Heavenside are Buster Jones coming out here.
I know I started this episode by saying I really hate animal abusers because I literally committed an assault today on one, but if cats were really like this, I'd be pro fucking throwing them in sacks and just tossing that shit in a river.
You gotta curb the animal population, man. Oh shit. That's
also, you know what I'm really surprised to, Lundy, is just they don't even really act like cats.
No, they just kind of act like weird people who meow.
And by that, I mean, like, none of the songs are really about, like, anything I mean, I guess the two fat fucking songs are about, like, cats being, like, lazy and love eating and shit. And it's like, okay, those are feline traits. But, like, the rest of them are just, like, about magic and like, being sad that like a time in your life is gone, and like very introspective songs, and then it's like none of this really I associate with fucking Cats.
Yeah, and I believe that is partially the point of the songs, is that they're like, while you are supposed to be viewing Cats, so the name of the musical is Cats, right? And everybody's dressed up like a cat. Everyone is meowing all the time. But the performance is supposed to make you think that you're not actually looking at cats, you're looking at people, right? That's like the point. Is to like put it right in front of you that you are watching Cats, and then like trick you into thinking that you're watching people instead.
Yeah, it's like a weird double fucking meta thing where it's like it's people dressed up as cats, but that is kind of basically the fucking point.
Gotcha.
Because, you know, he who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that, like, it's a baffling fucking movie. It's the most baffling like, I can't think of a Batman versus Superman kind of comes close. But Batman versus Superman isn't as baffling as fucking Cats. Because at least with Batman versus Superman, I know why that fucking movie was made. Warner Brothers wanted some of that fucking cinematic universe pie.
Right. But then you look at Cats, you look at the sheer amount of money that was shoved into Cats, and you were like, why?
Because I got into an argument with somebody about this, because they were like, it probably got made because the rights were cheap. And it's like, I understand that, but why would you spend 95 fucking million on this movie?
Right. So my guess is they were looking at different trends, and they were like, okay, so right now, recycling older things and like making new movies out of them is like really in right now. So what if we get one of the biggest like fucking shows of all time that ran for so long and everyone like thought was amazing, and let's make that into a movie. Now, the problem is that they didn't know why people thought it was amazing. They thought it was amazing because it was different. It was weird. It was bizarre. It was an experience. It wasn't that it had like a decent story to tell or anything along those lines.
So, Lundy, this is how baffling this movie is to me. I actually looked up like the current statistics on like Cats on Broadway and off Broadway productions, and like in total, like average yearly revenue for Cats is like $30 to $40 million, which isn't fucking bad. That's really impressive for fucking a stage musical. But like, right. Again, to me, like that should have been the number one thing like Universal looked at when they were making this movie and deciding the budget. It's like, okay, like the people who really love Cats, like there's like $30 million to $40 million worth. Probably a little less because stage tickets are a little more expensive than like movie theater tickets.
Well, that's the other thing they probably thought of. They're like, well, movie theater tickets are way cheaper than regular stage tickets. So we'll be bringing it to a way wider potential audience of people who are just like, man, I wish I could see Cats, but I can't just travel to Broadway, and I can't pay the $80 for stage tickets. Oh, wait, I can pay $10 for fucking to see Cats at my local theater? Fuck yeah. That's probably what they were thinking.
I don't know why they didn't just make this a fucking full animated movie.
Didn't they try to make an animated movie like a while ago and then just never went through?
Yeah, back in the 90s. And yeah, the reason it never went through is because the studio that was going to make it went bankrupt buying the rights to Cats.
Ironic.
Well, this was back in the 90s, so like that IP was still like really hot. And again, that was probably the fucking time to make the Cat. Again, that's another baffling thing about this movie is like the thing with like nostalgia bait is it's for fucking shit that like the 30-year-olds like. There's not really the nostalgia. Like, I mean, I guess you do have like the nostalgia market for the boomers and shit, but like it's way smaller than the nostalgia market for like the 30-year-olds. And like, there's no 30-year-old out there clamoring for a fucking Cats movie. God, I hope this isn't Ian McKellen's last movie. I need to look this up. I need to see if he's in fucking post-production for something. Because it would break my fucking heart. Yeah, so I think I'm done on Cats. I don't know how to end this. I guess cats aren't dogs. That's apparently the main takeaway we're supposed, because that's lesson number fucking 1.
And by the end of Cats' runs in theaters, the only thing that you're going to see is one lonely leaf.
Yeah, just the death of fucking subtlety. That's what this movie is. It's the death of subtlety.
It's so fucking good. I love that. That's fucking great. Oh, shit.
The fucking Klan, when they bombed that church in fucking Alabama, was more fucking subtle than this fucking.
They were the survivors of that fucking whole Klan were like, Jesus Christ, cats. After, of course, they called all of them fags. They went, this is a little bit on the nose, don't you think? You need to.
Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be slightly metaphorical?
So, if I had to give this a rating, I would put it somewhere between I hated it and I definitely couldn't stop watching.
All right. Did Goat leave? Or...
He might have used the bathroom.
Okay.
So yeah, that was my Cats review for you. There you go. I hated it, but I couldn't stop watching. I'm probably gonna buy it on Blu-ray if I'm being completely honest.
Let's talk about the real story.
You're gonna buy it just so you can get that one scene with Ian McKellen just going pop, 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 pop. So you can just play that over and over and over and over again.
I might just rip that onto you. I just might rip that from the movie and just delete every video on my channel and make my channel just a remix channel for just that scene.
Have you talked about Star Wars already? Have you talked about Star Wars?
Oh yeah, I saw Rise of Skywalker. I fucking hated it. It's fucking shit.
But I haven't seen it, but I've seen like the full plot synopsis and what everybody else has been saying about it. So
hey, Lundy.
What?
My dad cried at the ending.
You did?
Yeah.
Is it because they ruined Star Wars? And he just watched something he loved die?
No, he said it was a pretty good movie.
So, you know what's really great? In the Red Letter Media review, towards the end of it, Mike literally said what I've been like. There's been so many fucking Star Wars discussions in the Destiny Discord. It's fucking sickening at this point. I hate it. But literally, this movie, I've been telling everybody, it's like, this movie literally makes me question people's intelligence. The people who love this, but like the people who give this movie like a 9 to 10, it's like, are you actually mentally retarded? But yeah, Sammy, I can give you a hard number grade for fucking Rise of Skywalker, 4. It's a 4 out of 10.
I've seen that a lot. I've seen a lot of that. Even with
it's the worst of the new trilogy.
So what makes
so Rise of Skywalker was so bad, it actually made me like Last Jedi more.
So let's go over the main points. What makes it bad?
It has a black man in it.
The lesbian kiss.
Here's the thing, Sammy. Well, the black man is kind of he is a problem. No. So here's the thing. When I say the black man was one of the problems, I mean, the fact that they could
listen to me. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just saying that in this particular instance, yes, actually, the black man was one of the main problems.
Hey, do you guys hear that sound? That's the sound of Daemon unfollowing the podcast.
Let's not just talk about the black man.
What I mean by this is Finn, and this isn't the fault of the actor. It's the fact that, like, Finn, he has a great storyline. He's the only one who actually really has an arc in fucking The Force Awakens. And then they just repeat it for the next two fucking movies. Like, at the end of Force Awakens, Finn is a guy, you know, he knows, like, war is bad. So why does Rose need to tell him war is fucking bad in the fucking second movie? Why does the fucking redundant, useless fucking character need to tell Finn the literal fucking child slavery is fucking bad? Why did that need to fucking happen? It really pisses me off because Finn is, like, next to Kylo Ren, Finn is probably the best fucking character in the new trilogy, and they just fuck his character arc. But yeah, so Sammy, shorter version of this though, like, I can tell you, I figured it out now why I hate Star Wars, and it's because of The Mandalorian I figured this out. I hate the Force. The Force is fucking retarded and just ruins the Star Wars universe.
I'll let you guys talk about this. I need to go get something to drink.
Coward. Don't fall asleep on your way back.
No guarantees.
I need you to do a narration.
I'm just joking.
Don't worry, we're not going to be talking. We're not going to be talking about this long. This is like a little intermission while Goat gets his ducks in a row.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt.
The only thing I'm curious right now is we have to.
But yeah, Mandalorian, Sammy.
Yeah.
I just realized that watching The Mandalorian and, like, loving that show, flaws and all, is just like, oh, I get it now. I just hate the Force. I hate the Jedi. I hate the Sith. I hate all that dumb fucking bullshit. That's what I don't like about Star Wars. Everything else is fucking fine and cool. Like, if Star Wars was just a universe about fucking bounty hunters, it'd be the best.
Yeah.
But no, we gotta...
But my question
is, sorry.
What I'm curious about with that is, without the Force, without the Jedi, without the Sith, why would these wars even begin?
I mean, probably why wars happen on Earth.
But
resources.
It's the Sith that politically get involved in, you know.
Yeah, but, like, Palpatine was exploiting. But that's the thing, though, Sammy. Palpatine was just exploiting situations that were caused by the corruption of the old Republic.
What about before that?
Because, like, Palpatine wasn't the one who was like, yeah, we'll allow slavery in the Republic. Like, that was a Republic plan. That was like a Republic practice from, like, day one.
Yeah.
So here's a thing I've heard before, and I'm not sure because I'm not gay, so I don't know the extended universe very well. But I've heard that there was something about, like, in a group of aliens from, like, a completely different galaxy that had nothing to do with the Sith or anything like that, and their technology.
Yeah, the Yuuzhan Vong.
Yeah. So, like, that could have been like a potential different route to go with it. That would have been, like, interesting. But then Disney had to go and say that all of the extended universe is non-canon.
I'll be honest, that would have still had the same problem with me because it would have ultimately involved the Jedi and the Sith anyway. Because it's just like, get that shit out of here. I don't eat. Like, I'm willing to tolerate it a little bit with Baby Yoda because that motherfucker is cute and he can't do no wrong to me. He's precious.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to see any other fucking dipshit use a Force power ever again. Like the force healing fucking bullshit in this, like, just ruins fucking. It really ruins Anakin's fucking sacrifice and turn. Not only does this movie ruin Anakin's sacrifice, it also ruins his fucking turn to the dark side. Anakin Skywalker, after Rise of Skywalker, comes off as the dumbest, short-sighted idiot ever.
So, what did you think of Palpatine's Halloween decoration eyes?
It's just dumb. Were they all snow clones in the arena?
I think so.
Also, follow-up question: were snow clones like piloting the super duper ultimate Kamehameha times 20 Star Destroyers or whatever?
God, I have no fucking idea. I had a little narrator behind me the entire time, Matt. I feel like it would have been the closest thing to hell for you. Would have been sitting next to me in this theater. So when I went to go see it, we had a packed house. Everyone was pretty quiet, and then like all of a sudden, I started to hear like talking behind me about like the first 15, 20 minutes in the movie. And I'm thinking like, oh, it's somebody that'll shut up in a little bit. We get to like 30 minutes in the movie. This is still going on. What I was hearing is behind my left shoulder, I'm hearing a grandpa being like, who's that? Oh, cool. Whoa. And in my right ear, I'm hearing what sounds like either a 13-year-old boy or like a 16-year-old like and dorky girl. Just like quiet, like whisper yelling shit at the screen. So I'm hearing behind me whenever the scene comes up with Han Solo. You remember the one with Kylo and Han on the
the scene that was obviously supposed to be Carrie Fisher.
Yeah. So in that thing, this kid just like goes quiet for a second, and then I just hear him go, "You already died 2 movies ago. Go away." And then like a minute later, when Kylo starts to hand the lightsaber over there, he goes, "You already died once. Don't let him do it again."
What, is he gonna fucking send him to like double hell?
Yeah. But like in between that, he was just doing like he was just doing like I couldn't tell if he was a fan of Nostalgia Critic or a fan of Citizens, because everything was just like, in this scene you can see that the CGI is just terrible. Look at Disney always does big CGI work in their movies when they really don't have to. Just talking like that for like an hour.
You know what, the fucker he might have actually been like a Nostalgia Critic type person. He might have been like fucking recording notes into his phone or some dumb shit. Get back,
Lundy. Making fun of autistic people today?
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, we're making fun of Star Wars fans.
Okay.
There's a small child that was behind me and whisper yelling about how cool or dumb the movie was at certain points.
Dude, I love that sort of thing.
Did I tell you about...
whenever I do see a movie, it's always like weeks after it comes out when like nobody cares about it anymore, and then I go watch it and I'm like the only person in the theater outside of like one couple who comes in and like sits in the opposite corner of me so that they can be alone. I would love to be in like an actual crowded theater with people who are actually like give a shit about what's happening on the fucking screen.
Oh, you know what's great, Lundy? Endgame was the best experience. So I'm not shitting you. The first time when I went in theaters, opening night, and saw Endgame, when Cap grabbed Mjolnir, it was so fucking loud. Like a dude. Also, one dude literally fucking got into the aisle and did a backflip.
It sounds great.
Oh, shit.
It was amazing. Like, Lundy, like if you want to listen to some fun videos, go like there's a bunch of audience reactions on YouTube. Like some of the best ones are for like Infinity War. Like when Peter dies and just everybody in the theater is just like, no!
Oh shit, that sounds so good.
I remember when I saw Infinity War, there was like this fucking like old dude, like fucking like beard and like hunting hat and shit. And when fucking Peter was dying, he was like, "He's just a child."
Oh fuck.
If like, see, that's why I'm like, fuck Scorsese and his opinion on movies. Like, haven't seen fucking people's reactions to fucking Spider-Man dying in a movie where we know he's fucking coming back next fucking movie, but that didn't fucking matter because the emotional impact of watching Peter Parker just turn to fucking dust was genuine.
Yes, it was. Oh god, oh god, what I really want to do is there's none like around me, so I'd have to like do a lot of travel, probably go like all the way down to Philadelphia, but like find a theater with like as many black people as possible, you know what I mean? And
I know where this is going.
and just enjoy the film on their terms is what I want to do.
What are you trying to say about black theaters, Lundy?
I'm saying that they have very enthusiastic moviegoers.
Lundy's just bummed out when
I remember-
he goes to see like he goes to see a comedy. He just gets mad when they're all like, "Yeah, that's funny." He's just like, "Wait."
So I used to do that, Lundy. Like, so does anybody remember the Omen movie that was like the Omen remake that was released on 666? Because
Yeah,
it
the
was
one with
spooky.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember watching that movie, and it gets to the point where like Damon is like mind controlling the fucking. It's basically the first time you see Damon as like a little boy, and I remember this fucking dude just was like, "Nigga got a fucking bowl cut," and like everybody just laughed, and like the rest of the movie, nobody took anything seriously.
Nigga got the fucking bowl cut.
Yo, my man's over here sporting a motherfucking bowl cut.
My fucking dude.
I love it. I fucking love it. Look at this head ass motherfucker over here.
Nigga got a bowl cut.
This is the Prince of Darkness? Shit.
Lundy just getting upset, going to a Tyler Perry movie with like clenching the sides of his shirt, expecting and like seeing mild laughter in his head, just thinking they're all just getting Lundy's imagination of what black people are like in movies. Where shit. I'm just thinking of like you, Lundy, just sitting there and be like, why aren't they going? Why is nobody going? Great googly moogly.
Like I'm there on Safari just waiting for something to happen, and then everyone's just acting normal, and I'm just like, God damn it.
By the way, Mansoor, you win so many respect points from me because I wish more people were using the time Joker became the ambassador to Iran for the current fucking shit that's going on. Fun fact, you know why he became the ambassador to Iran?
Why?
And this shows you how dumb comics are. So that was the third act of like Joker killing Robin, Tim Drake. So the classic, the beloved story, like Death in the Family, like the one where Tim Drake dies. The ending of it is Joker flees to Iran, gets like diplomatic protection, and then tries to kill the UN with exploding gas fish. And then Superman just comes in and picks him up and then throws him into jail because Superman's dumb and doesn't know how the legal system works.
I put him in the jail now, so he has to stay there. It's like tags. Someone has to come touch him before he can leave. Oh shit!
Yeah. Whenever
I love it.
I know there's a lot of people who were pissed off that they retconned like the whole like death of the family, Tim Drake's death, and brought him back as Red Hood. But I'm like, I'm glad they wiped out this dumb shit. This is retarded.
Damn, that's fucking great. Holy shit.
Also, I never noticed it, but the dude who drove Joker at the time draws him like a fucking inbred, like European monarch. Like he's got like a Habsburg fucking chin.
He's got a pharaoh's chin, but like without the fucking like add-on that makes it look longer. It just is that long.
Oh, you know what he looks like? He looks like Moon Man. Mac tonight. Greetings, Batman. Not only am I ambassador to Iran, but I can also say the N-word. I'm not going to do it right now, but I can.